Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus one more time. Look, I had some good thoughts that come to me, and I want to share them with you for whatever it's worth. I'm going to ask you this. Can you think of any scenario in which a person would be disliked? In other words, can you think of a scenario that being in that position, anybody would be disliked? Think about it for a second. Now, the reason I ask you this is because I want to say to you that every last one of you are in a possible position to be disliked. And you should think about that. That might just happen to you, even though perhaps it hasn't happened yet. So, what did you come up with? I came up with, if you got no money. If you got no money, I can think of a position where everybody seems to dislike you. Don't want to have anything to do with you. Talk nasty and dirty about you, anything. Now, would you agree? Now, let me say something to you, how you have to be careful about these kinds of things. When you have an attitude like that, that means that this has been worked on you for quite some time. You have developed into this kind of person who seems to be heartless, even though you always thought you had it going on. You always thought you were a good person, a nice, kind, wonderful person. In fact, you might not have been perfect, but you were on your way to heaven, no doubt. But listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Here is some evidence of this for which I speak. When I say, if you're broke, I say that because when you start talking about being broke, you're talking about you got no money. And in the world, especially here in America, money is God. Everything you want to do costs money. And if you try to do it without money, it's basically illegal. And if you get caught doing it, you're going to pay some money or you're going to do some time. So in the world, especially in America, money is God. Do you agree? Let me show you what I mean. Everything that's essential for your survival, you do the work. The materials are given from a spirit you can't see, which I call God. You produce the goods and the services that humankind needs. But the thing that prevents everybody from getting them is having access to money. Who threw in the money in the game? Who threw that in? Somebody who decided to take advantage of your ignorance, the people's ignorance, the human beings' ignorance, not knowing the truth, being confused, not knowing the truth. So you've been persuaded to take authority under someone else who has told you that it's better to use money. Now, let me show you just how money got control over you. Since money is required to get everything that you need, want, or desire in the world, in America, what happens if money is stopped? Meaning you can't get anything. Right now, you have a president that represents this type of turmoil. You have put yourselves in a situation where you're resting all of your hopes on Mullen. What is Mullen going to say about this investigation? Is Mullen going to justify the action that you know in your heart must be taken, needs to be taken? And if he does, you will feel vindicated. And you will be willing to do anything to carry it forward. If he doesn't, you will be mad as can be. But this liar who has been held before you all of this time, this liar who, if Barack Obama had tried it for 1 week, he would have been out of office. This liar would have prevailed. and all of you will have your mouths poked out. But when you talk about fighting him, even with the Supreme Court, you have allowed him to, in your envy, in your efforts to be superior to another, to have your way, you have stacked the courts with swans that will permit this to happen. And why do I say this? Because all of those powers, all of those seats of powers are controlled by those who handle the money. And if the money stops, everything stops. No food, people kicking you out of the houses, everything just stops. So what are you doing? You're in the streets. You're fighting each other, trying to get whatever is out there. Food, trying to get gas, trying to get transportation, trying to get guns and bullets, trying to get anything, thinking about survival now that you got to depend on as an individual because you ain't ready to trust nobody. Now everybody's going through some changes and nothing positive is moving. And the next thing you know, if a magic miracle doesn't happen to someone that occurs from a spirit you can't see, that blesses you and opens the doors up to free you from this, you would be squashed because they don't care. They'll squash you to stay in control. And so, what do the Spirit of truth say in a situation like that to people in a situation like you are in now? The Spirit says, well, if they stop the money, then everything will be back in the same way it was in the beginning. The resources are there. The workers are there. The need is there. And you put those together and you will continue to produce everything that you were producing in the beginning. Now you don't have money. You don't have somebody being big shot. You don't have somebody being little shot. You don't have someone raking in billions while you're raking in minimum wages and less and trying to get people to come over here and work for even less than that. We won't have any of that. We would have gone back to the original plan. So if they decide to ever stop the money, don't you stop the job. Don't say, well, I'm not going to get paid. Yes, you are. You keep on doing the job and you're going to be producing food. You're going to be producing clothing. You're going to be producing shelter. You're going to be producing education. You're going to be producing health care. And everybody's going to have a job. And a job that they love, and they're going to be enjoying what they're doing, and they're going to be creating by the power of love. And so we don't have to worry about these games that people are playing. I just want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that it is a game that they are playing. Now, what I'm actually saying is this. The big boys, those who, after all of the politicians, local and state, get together, and then they go to the federal level and get together. And then they go to these secret societies that's running things and get together. Then they go on up a little bit higher and get together. Then they go on up to the money folks and get together. And they decide long in advance what's going to be going on. They know exactly what's going to be going on. They know and knew that what's going on in America was going to be going on. They knew that the same moment you allowed Clinton and Trump to be your choices. The moment you did that, you told them you lost your mind. Anything you know about truth was buried. You didn't know anything about God that had any value. And so you sat there and allowed yourself to get in this position. But God is standing before you through the words that's coming out of my mouth to tell you, you still got power. Don't give up hope. Don't put your hope in that one alone. Put your hope in God and knowing that it is real because it's living in you. What you want to see God do, you do. Make sure it's of love, because if it's of love, it's blessed. And if it's of that demonic thing or they're trying to hurt other people and cause them pain and suffering, you ain't hurting nobody but yourself. You ain't hurting the cause, because the cause is going to still live on with love. So I'm saying to any of you out there, this presidential election is not about beating Trump. This election is about standing up for what's right. It's not about beating Trump. It's not about beating a conservative. It's not about beating white folks. It's about beating evil, beating that which causes hatred and bigotry, beating that which causes people to suffer in poverty, to beat that which causes people to lie and to cheat and steal and have to go through all of these different changes. It's about beating that. So you wake up, ladies and gentlemen, and refocus yourselves. This has been the voice coming from the Spirit of Love through the voice of Eddie Marcus saying, bye-bye.